Hope everybody can see it. If you can't see it, please let me know.
I can see it.
Okay, thank you very much. So I will start rolling the slides. So here's how it goes. The 5 elements to evaluate: product, company, compensation, support, timing. The global health challenge. Stress affects about 85% of adults globally, that 9% of adults globally are overweight. 7 to 10 top leading causes of death includes heart disease and so on. Health, overall health depends on the overall health of individual cells. And the talk about glutathione begins from here. What is glutathione? It's a natural defense against toxins, pollution, and more. Benefits include improved energy, immune system, strengthens immune system, reduces inflammation, slows down aging. We're all familiar with all this. Of course, when you age, it drops and your body lacks the ability to produce it, beginning from the age of 20, and coupled with the fact of poor diets and pollutants in the air and all that, drugs, chemicals, it drops down very fast. As a result of that, we have a number of health challenges tied to these low levels. So the problem we have is raising glutathione level is very difficult. And that's where ribosine comes in with Professor Herbert Nagashawa, the breakthrough technology after having worked for 25 years in the lab. And it's found in the range of products of Max International. So Cellgevity is the flagship product, as you can see. You take 2 capsules in the morning, 2 in the evening, and you enjoy better health experience. And if there are health challenges, results can be remarkable, like miracles. We have Max ATP, performance drink, anything you consider as performance, the experience can be quite amazing. Then we have Max Infuse, very super, I'll call it a super supplement drink or super multivitamins drink. It contains both minerals and nutrients. We have Max 357, a newly launched omega 357. Most people are familiar with omega 3, but this is a 357 combined, and it's a very powerful blend. So this is an amazing product, good for kidney, heart, brain, everything you may care to know about. So there are testimonies to the effect of these products. We have them in their thousands, and we have about 18 countries now where Max has been opened. Yes, 18 countries in the last 15 years, since 2007. Max has won numerous awards from West African business, Ghana Pharma Awards. So the third one from Ghana too. So it's a great opportunity. I'm just trying to paraphrase it so we don't take too much of our time. We still find time to do this properly. Okay, an opportunity to add another stream of income, which most of us are experiencing already. Compensation opportunities, new person, part-time, big vision. Okay, so getting started, I think there's been some adjustment in the compensation you get. The promo pack attracts a compensation of 3,800 now, not 3,700 as you can see here. I'll leave us to go through the posts that have been made on the platform for further information in that regards. So this is a team building business where you form a network of people who use the product and change their lives financially. And these are the commission. Nothing has changed as per the commission. It's just the graphics that is quite different. So let me see if there are people trying to join. Nobody, okay? So we're all aware of all this. All these are part of the former slides. So what are the support avenues from Max? We have products, training, website, virtual office. Virtual office is what has been changed, which is what we also going to be discussing today. We have physical offices as we have a Max office, Max International office at Ikeja. Incentives and trips, marketing. I remember where some people were at what do you call it? They were at Abeokuta parking by Radisson. Mr. Taye was there, and I'm sure he had a very, very wonderful time. So maybe you take a moment. Also, Dr. Adebayo was there. Well, I would say my first experience of such outing started with the visit to parking by Radisson at Abeokuta, and that was when my eyes was beginning to open, that I could actually sleep on a very good bed. I could be in a room to myself where, you know, I could have fun, you know. So that was when Max was beginning to open my eyes to a new life. I don't know what your experience is like when you got there. You will let us know here. We'll give you some time for that. So, of course, there's a time factor. If you delay, it's an issue. So starting should be as immediate as possible. And how do you get started? You recommend products to others. And these are the pricing. The pricing here is the old one, the current one. In place of this 39,000, we have 45,000 Naira. I hope we are noting that 45,000 Naira. And in place of this, and of course, 6 bottles, because the number of bottles now have changed. Then what we have current now, in place of personal pack, is 56,000 Naira for 8 bottles. I hope you're getting that. Then for professional pack, I think is 150,000 Naira for 22 bottles. Why Premier Pack is 300,000 Naira for 44 bottles. I hope you're getting that. So that is what is new, though they are yet to complete the the packs, the packages.
Combo pack.
Okay, combo packs is what we are waiting for, right? Thank you very much. So at this part, you deserve a healthy and a financially sound future. That's the reason why you should take Max. Thank you. Do this for us. Do this for the future. Act now. So this is the call to act section. So briefly, I have showed you what the new presentation will be looking like. Let me take this opportunity to tell us that the experience in the past has not been so encouraging, in the sense that a lot of people that we expect to have been very great presenters who could be presenting opportunities and holding meetings independently with their own team have not really been doing that. And it has this effect of setting people back. Yes, it is important to know this, and I believe we should be turning a new leaf now. We'll be turning a new leaf. In other words, we should strive to go to Mark's office, take our time and opportunities to present, to have that experience of public speech, and also presenting in line with the protocols as designed by the company. I hope we are getting that. So we've not been really having leaders present in offices before now. So that's one of the things that will be taking place from henceforth. So having said that, I want us to to drive down to the compensation plan, because I know there are emotions, there are feelings. Some people are not happy with this development. So at this point, I want to hear your comments. But before that, let me give this time to Mr. Tai Oshike and Dr. Adebayo Oluwatobi, one after the other, to tell us about their experience at Radisson, Parking by Radisson. So I wanted them to tell us, but quickly, let me just welcome Mrs. Justina Ojareno. I think she was just able to join us now. So thanks. She's my leader. She's the one that brought me to Max International after struggling for close to a year, telling me that, please, Dr. Austin, you just have to change your mind. This is the best thing. You understand? Thank God that I eventually accepted. So welcome, Mrs. Justina Ojareno. I hope you can hear me.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Oh, okay, thank you very much. So before you came, we just quickly touched on the topic for our meeting today, the compensation plan, the new virtual office, and the new presentation. So we just briefly talked about that, but we'll be discussing our concerns about it subsequently. But before that, I want Mr. Tai to tell us his experience at Parking by Radisson Blue, what it meant to him. Then, before you start, let me quickly say that.
Sorry to interrupt. I didn't really get your last statement before you mentioned Tai.
I was just saying that before you came on, we quickly introduced the topic for our discussion, which has to do with the compensation plan, the new pricing, the new virtual office, and of course, the new presentation that we're having. So I ran through the slides of the new presentation format. So, and where there were changes, I mentioned them. But we've not opened the floor for people to say their minds concerning
the new compensation plan.
Yes, the new development. So before we go into that, I want Tai to tell us about his experience at Parking by Radisson. So after he finishes, I want Dr. Adebayo to take over from him and tell us. Then before you start, let me quickly say that we do not have the grace to spend more than 40 minutes on a session. So if you notice the Zoom goes off automatically, please just connect back. But I believe we shouldn't do that more than once before our meeting is over. I hope we get that. Please, if you got this information, kindly type yes. Please, I just communicated that if the Zoom goes off, just connect the link back immediately, okay? Because once it is 30 minutes, once it is 40 minutes since we started this, it's likely to go off. But it's also possible it doesn't go off because of the way I joined. So whatever it is, if it goes off automatically before we close the meeting formally, please hook back immediately. So over to you, Mr. Tai, our gold associate.
Yeah, Max morning.
Max morning.
Yeah, I really had a very, very nice time at Parking by Radisson in Abeokuta. And, it all started from the flights. I've never really boarded any flights before, but thanks to Max International for making that happen. And, the flight was lovely, to Lagos. Then from Lagos, I moved to Abeokuta. And, the hotel Parking by Radisson, people had been talking about it, that it's a really nice hotel and all of that. And honestly, that's the truth. The whole program there was on the checking in, the way the rooms were were dressed, was exotic. Everything was just awesome. It was lovely. And the kind of food that we ate, there was really a lot to eat and drink, and the business trainings, having the opportunity to meet with other associates and discussing the strategies they have been using to do well in business and all of that. It was really, really, really awesome. And the business trainings we had from uh, Dr. James and Tumble, Mr. Funshaw. Then I also learned a lot also from the health presentation of Professor Abraham Oshinubi. I learned new stuff about glutathione and serology in general. So then we went to Olumorok. Olumorok. It was really nice. I I never thought I could actually climb the rock through the ancient, means, but I think I did, and it was really lovely. It was lovely also meeting Dr. Adebayo again, and pharmacist Oduwole. It was really nice. We had a nice time there. It was really lovely. So Max is really, really trying, really, really trying. Although I don't think there is nothing much I can say that can excite us, because virtually everyone here has experienced it before. So we're just trying to experience our own. And I'm sure that the sky is just the starting point for all of us as we continue to take our business seriously. Max money.
Yeah, Max morning, Mr. Tai. Thank you very much for your relay of your experience at Parking by Radisson Blue. It's usually more like baptism of fire. The first time a soldier man is launched into the war zone, he has an experience, a real-time experience of what being a military man is like. So the same thing it is with Max International and that particular trip Parking by Radisson Blue. Yes, you may think actually that it's not exciting to us because we have been there. So you can't say whatever will excite us. But that is contrary to the fact, because as it is, what excites me more is not my personal experience with fortune, but that I have people that have been able to introduce to that opportunity and they are making it. You understand? It's more exciting. I feel more happy that you experienced it than when I experienced it. And my dream is to see many, many more people experience it. So you should also have that mentality, you understand? Because if you strive for your people to come up and you derive pleasure in seeing them excited and enjoy life, there is a kind of excitement that comes to you. Just imagine somebody was there and you were the one that helped the person there. How happy and fulfilled it would be. So it's quite exciting the way you are saying it. I'm so happy. Okay.
All right.
I'm quite impressed. So
thank you very much.
over to you, Mr. Dr. The great surgeon, Professor Oluwatombi Adebayo. I hope he's still with us. Okay, sorry, he left and he's still joining us. He's reconnecting. Dr. Adebayo, I'm sorry, I never knew you left and I kept you waiting for a while. So we're expecting your own experience now. Over to you, Dr. Adebayo.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, and Max.
We thank God.
We thank God for our trip to Abeokuta for the Road to Gold
Good evening, Doctor.
2020.
You're welcome.
It was an exciting one because of the security situation in the country. We were driven under security cover in a convoy from Lagos to Abeokuta. And when we are coming, also they did the same thing. It was wonderful because it showed us that the company cares for its associates. We are lodged in probably the best hotel in Ogun State. Each person to one room. I was told that a room per night is around 60,000.
Very
And we
correct.
spent 2 days. So the company must have spent nothing less than probably like 200, 250,000 on each and every one of us, including feeding. It was an awesome experience. And it goes to tell us that there is much more than we can achieve with max. For those of us who are still actively working, such experiences give you time to unwind, to enjoy yourself. And I would have loved to go there to travel with my wife, but because she's a salary and she just decided not to go, it would have been a wonderful experience together if one can travel to such places with one's family. We thank God for taking us down there and bringing us back. The training too was awesome. It was a wonderful experience. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Adebayo. I still learned something very new from your message. It's all quite exciting, just like Mr. Tai has said, has recounted to us. Yes, Max really cares. I can tell you that for sure. Max really cares. You mentioned about the security cover all the way to Abeokuta and returning. I think that's an exceptional gesture which we must all commend. So thanks for your message to us. It's quite inspiring and encouraging. So we just got someone join us right now in the person of Kash Ruslim. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, good
To
evening.
join.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Okay.
Max morning.
Yeah, Max morning.
Max morning.
So now to the real business of the day, or do I say the night? And sorry for taking your time, but I think it's going to be a time well spent. As we'll be proceeding, I want us to, so far we have heard about the new development. So one after the other, I want us to register our concerns, our opinion, our comments about the new development, especially the pricing. And if you think you have any suggestion to make, or you think everything is okay and perfect, and the way you intend to cope with it, because when new challenges come, we have to figure out means of coping with them. So I wish to start with those I think I'm not too familiar with by virtue of their names here. Maybe we have seen and met out there very well, but let's start with Tosin. Tosin, if you do not mind, please come on board and tell us about, introduce yourself to us properly so that we know you very well. You tell us about your team leader and what you think about what is going on. Thank you very much. You can unmute your mic because it is, and if it's possible, you on your video, we'll appreciate it, but if not, that's fine. Kindly unmute your mic.
Okay, good evening, everybody.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Okay, please, I would like to fix your idiomas. So let some other person do the talking. So why I keep learning. I'm somehow relatively new in the business, so I want to learn from some other people. So I want to keep quiet and be listening for now. Thank you.
Okay, I really appreciate that. But before you mute your mic, I want to know your team leader.
Okay. I think Dr.
Or the platinum in your team.
Oluwatobi,
Okay. Now I know. Thank you very much.
Doctor, thank you.
So I appreciate your position and will respect that. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Then I want to go to, I saw this person, Cash. I don't know if it's a he or she. It's not more there. So let me go to.
Somebody is raising up his hands.
Okay.
Victina Joseph.
Okay, Victina Joseph, you're welcome. You just joined us. Thanks for joining us. We've been having a wonderful time discussing about the issues on ground, and gotten to the point where individuals are making contributions. So I want you to wait for a while because I would have called you to speak now, but get tuned to the environment, then we'll invite you to talk about your concerns. So let me go to Mrs. Justina Ojareno. I want you to take over. Please tell us your opinion, what is going on, what you think about it. If it's a welcome development, and if not, what do you think, and the way forward. Thank you very much, Mrs. Justina Ojareno. You can unmute your mic. I hope she's still there. Mrs. Justina, if you're there, maybe she's temporarily not there. So, Mr. Ahmed Ismail, my great mentor, maybe you should take the stage now and talk to us on the topic mentioned. Thank you very much.
All right. Max morning.
Max morning, sir.
Max morning.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good evening, great people. Good evening, my leader. Good evening, Madam Justina. Good evening, our newest diamond, Mr. Agu Tochukwu. Good evening, Mr. Taye. Good evening, Mr. Dr. Adebayo, my oga. Good evening, Mr. Tosin. Just coming. A crown diamond in making. Madam Vicdina, good evening, everyone. I'm so happy to be here. Actually, I think before they increase the price, we are at a leadership meeting sometimes, I think February or so. So the intent was actually we deliberated it and they told us why. That it was because of, at least before now, you could see that the conversion rate for $1 to Naira that they peg all this while that they work with was 310 Naira. And since then, this is what they have been using in their logistics, everything, and it was increased. Even recently, almost everything has increased. So the prices, all I think is if you are telling them not to increase it, that means we are not doing justice truly, especially within Nigeria. I don't know how things are affected, happen over there, but within Nigeria, maybe what the custom, the clearance, the everything increased. So on that note, it shouldn't be a big challenge actually, though we know the ability of people to get things bought is actually not too that too free. There are a lot of challenges with that, but increment is almost everywhere. Every sector, is it flight? Is it almost everywhere, which we know. In fact, I can't imagine buying a single apple for 300 naira. You understand? But then it is what it is. So on that note, all I think we need to do now is to just know how well we can reach out to people, that we can think of more value beyond marks, that people can come into our life and buy it, then get better meanings from what they're buying. But if you limit our mind, if you allow that to limit our mind, it will really affect the people we attract and our business will go. But if it's for them to leave the price the way it was or to increase it, truly, if it has to be every business, even my lab price, everything increase a bit. So I want to hear from others, not because I'm one of the leaders, but because I think this is the way I see things. In everything we've tried, and we said, thank God is not even more than this. And I know this increment they have done should stay a bit, maybe a few years, just like the previous one we had before now. So to me, that isn't the thing. The thing there is how this particular team, because I've seen what other teams are doing, how this particular team, we can actually move as unison, others that are doing well, how they can bring their taxes, their ideas for others to really learn from. That's that about the new price list actually. From the presentation, the new slide, I've actually used it already, even in Mark's office. That was last Saturday. I presented with it. And just like what Dr. Austin said previously, we should try and do more and attend these things. Because when others see us as team member, we can get them motivated. I know what this is doing so far, the two presentation. And all this while that I'm away, I'm actually doing personal development study on my own, which we need because whatever amount you are going to make or you are making is a reflection of what you know. And what you know is a reflection of your thoughts. You understand? So what are we hearing? Is it things that are happening that will let it disturb our mind? If it is, it's not. So if anything we are hearing or we are seeing or we are going through, if it's not something that is empowering, please let us drop it and go for whatsoever will empower us. I think this will do more generally. So then that's that about the presentation slide. We should learn it quickly. And I think it's okay. At least it shows reason, at least it brought in some knowledge, not really straight, like just talking about the money. It has to talk more of before you get the money, which is the cash, then there are things you need to do. So I think to some extent is okay. Then what other aspect do you say we are thinking? I think these are the areas. So congratulations once more to those that went to that made it to Road to Gold. That Mr. Tai and Dr. Adebayo that are here. Then congratulations for newest Diamond 2. And then congratulations to Dr. Austin for this great team. And most importantly, congratulations to Madam Justina. So thank you all. Let me stop here. Thank you.
Thank you very much, the great leader, Mr. Ahmed Ismail, someone who has come and distinguished himself in a very wonderful and special way that he has come to explore, to conquer, and to be victorious in all ramifications of life. So he's one leader that I admire so much, and he has the heart of a lion. He's the one inspiring the fact that I have the poster behind me. He's representing someone like him, very strong man. So I heard all your comments, and the fact that you said is a welcome development. At least we should be considerate for the fact that everything has been seen to be on the rise, everything virtually without anything left. So Mark's product should not be the only one left out. And for Marx to have stayed to a particular price for good 6 years before this current review, I think the company needs an applause for that. I also know that he talked about the conversion rate, which was 310. It is now 320. That's a conversion of your dollar earnings to naira. It used to be 310 naira to a dollar. Max has increased it to 320 naira. In my own opinion, this 320 never surfaced during our meeting. During our meeting at the retreat, they were considering 350 or 400 or 450. Those were the considerations. But with this 310 and this 320, it tells you that they just had to do something. It would have been more convenient for them to have stayed on the 310, but for them not to be seen as not having done anything, I think is the reason why they made it 320, and it's been considerate on their part. So thank you for your comments and the encouragement to keep up the game and to stay the course, as we always have heard from our Crown Diamond Chris and Tammy. Staying the course is really what matters. During challenging times, a lot of people back out, they leave. But I want to tell you that the best time I've always enjoyed in life are challenging times, because challenging times make you realize who you are, and it makes you, is like a test. No one becomes a successful person in life without going through a test. I'll never become a medical doctor if I've never written a medical examination. So I understand you understand what I mean by that. So quickly, I want to go to Mrs. Justina Ojareno. She appears to be online now. I've called her earlier, but she was not disposed. So I believe she's disposed since I see her mic uh, is unmuted. So Mrs. Justina, thanks for coming back.
Yeah,
So I want to have your own
yeah,
version of
yeah.
the thing on ground we're discussing.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening,
I
ma'am.
know, yeah, I'm really excited. I'm glad to have you all around. And I really want to appreciate Dr. Dustin for this Zoom meeting. It's worth it because when there is a transformation or changes in a particular set of, within a set of people or organization, there's every need for one to call for the ideas of people and know how they're reacting towards it. Yes, the compensation plan, I want to first of all congratulate our newest diamond. You have done so much. I want to congratulate Saye. I want to congratulate Dr. Adebayo. In fact, Dr. Adebayo, when I was calling, I hope you're there. I never knew you were there, but you impressed me so much. You're always calm, but you know what you're doing. You know, when I was calling, I didn't see you during the road to go, but at the end of the day, I thank God that you were just trying to keep it cool. Congratulations to everyone. It's really amazing, and I'm very, very proud of you all. So for the compensation plan, there are some places that um, where we are having 63 points, it's no longer 63 points, about 55 or so. And I know that people are going to like, why are they increasing it or they're reducing it? For now, we all have to keep on doing what you know how to do best. It's not going to sound like a kind of discouragement, or it's not going to like, the business is becoming tougher. No, it's becoming better and more juicier. Yes, I can bet you, because I remember when our authorship was 42,000, our registration was 59,000, and at the end of the day, Mass looked into it and they made things easier by giving us 39,000. and at the same time promo pack. I know that things will later get better. It's just that the way the dollar exchange is going, they don't want to fold up, they don't want to lose because they've been letting go for some time. If you look at other companies, they've already adjusted for a very long time. But Max International has been so lenient to leave everything because the fact is that every day dollar exchange rises every day. And the same thing, when they are bringing the product into the country, they pay a lot. And a lot of things like production too, money has increased in everything. So, but we hope for the better. My advice is that we all should remain focused. We should also um, know where we are coming from. Because if you have assuming you started when Max International was coming up, you will know that Max International is a company everyone would like to reckon with, they would like to recognize, like to patronize or do business with. Because I noticed a lot of companies then that was also running and raising shoulders then, they've all gone. They've all gone. But Max International is still standing strong. So I'm assuring everyone that by the special grace of God, this compensation plan, the changes is for us. It's better we are in the business than for us to do 2 years and 3 years and say, oh, they thought we can make it. No. Whatever they're doing it to favor us, or they're doing it for us to remain in the business. So let us not relent. Let's keep on studying. Let's remain students. Let's keep on inviting and registering other people too, introducing this amazing opportunity to other people and increase our efforts. Because don't say, oh, it's like this company is not trustworthy. No. Instead of Max International to lose tests, instead of them to lose their standard, they better upgrade. That's what I know. So everything is going to be all right. We all are going to enjoy Max International in all ramifications by the grace of God, and we will all continue to rank. Let us not be carried away with what is going on in the city. Different companies coming, trying to entice people, telling people that, oh, no authorship. But they will tell you no authorship, no referral, but they are coming to talk to you. So are they not coming to talk to me for them to be able to refer? So that is one thing. They will bring a lot of things to come and remove the person, or to come and root you away from where you have gained your ground and the business you really understood and know that this is the place I want to be. I just call it jealousy. Some companies are coming to remove Max associate, telling them, come, our business is more easier to run. You don't need to do authorship. They pay so high. Where are they getting the money they're paying? They're not going to last. Before 4 or 5 years, all of them will go into the thin air. But Max International is telling us that for all of us to be in the market, a little left, we share it a little right. Everybody has to be in it. So my fellow associate, my able associates, I'm advising everyone to remain peaceful and continue in the business. Don't relent, even if it means that it's getting tougher. That is even when you handle it and see how you can make it on the top. So I want to congratulate everyone I want to assure you that you are going higher. You are going to be happy at the end of the day. God bless you.
Yeah, amen. Thank you very much. God bless you too, Mrs. Justina Ojarino, the only one and only woman that could capture me to join Max. I give it to you. I used to see myself as no human being can convince me to join any network marketing. And she defied that and she brought me into the business. And the same
Thank you,
way,
sir.
our great new diamond in the house is also a figure that is impossible to convince with network marketing. And somehow, I tried all my strategies, all my ACs, everything I could say. Everything was just, when you are stoning elephant with stone, with stone, it feels it like Dunlop. Nothing was touching him. And I said, okay, let me just relax and see what God will do. And God took it up from there. One day he called me, Dr. Austin, do you have longevity? I say, I have. He said, I will need some. I said, how many? He said, 1 or 2 bottles. I said, why 1 or 2 bottles? He said, somebody came to my shop and asked for for a bottle. And I think if I sell 1, I can keep 1. So, but now he's a diamond. You see, one thing is a big lesson I learned from that experience. You see,
That's right.
it is important that you sow seeds. Leave everything to God. The growth of a seed that is planted is not your own making. Your responsibility is to plant a seed, sow a seed. I sowed that seed and I thought by my effort that seed will grow. But nothing happened. I was relaxed sitting when he called me that a customer was the one that now convinced him to buy Celgevity. Probably somebody that doesn't know about Celgevity. They just say, go and buy. And that was the person that convinced him. With all my knowledge, everything I knew about the product, the compensation, everything was not able to convince him. So it's not by power. It's not by strength. It's not by anything. There is grace to it.
It's by grace.
So that's why I tell people, do not look at this opportunity as something that you can't do. It's not, if you look at us that, that guy has wisdom, that guy has strength, that guy has money, and it's not by that. It is God that makes things work. All what God needs you to do is sow that seed. Plant that word in somebody's ears about Mark's product, okay? And the outcome, if you are faithful, will beat your imagination just as it is happening. And we have a diamond that is bigger than the diamonds that I know in this house. So he's the only diamond that's been able to repeat his diamond. You understand? So many appellations to his name. So with that having said, I want to give him the opportunity to address us with the question on ground and whatever he thinks. Thank you very much, Mr. Tochukwu.
Yeah. Max morning, everybody.
Max morning, sir.
Max morning, sir.
Max morning.
Well, it's my pleasure. I want to first appreciate Dr. Austin in a very special way. He's somebody I respect so much. His leadership qualities, are close to. In fact, I lack words to express the kind of leadership qualities he has. He's an exceptional person. Also, I want to appreciate those who made it, congratulate those who made it to Road to Gold, Dr. Adabayo and Taye, and other great men and women in the house. Justin, our big sister, you are welcome in a very special way.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank God I'm a diamond today. Is all thanks to all of you. Is a network, some people by the left, some people by the right, and with the encouragement of those in the head, without which it wouldn't have been possible. So I believe those who are not yet diamond will still be diamonds. Those who are already diamonds will still be double diamond, crown diamond,
Amen.
stuff.
Amen.
Amen.
So what
Amen.
I want to say is this. Max generally is a very great product, which everybody who has used it will always testify. Just as Dr. Austin said, getting me to be involved in a network marketing is something I never imagined that would happen. Probably it could happen in the dream because one, I've had an ugly experience with network marketing. Two, I have a flourishing pharmacy business. Then what else will I be looking for in a network business? So each time he came talking about this Max thing, in fact, I just didn't, out of respect, I just didn't want to go out. But I will keep quiet and allow him to finish whatever he wanted to say. Already my mind was already made up that I wouldn't be involved with anything marketing. So each time he came talking about the wonderful things Max could do, every other marketing networking product will always claim that. So I wasn't moved by that. So, but there was something outstanding about this longevity. When I collected that longevity, I decided to send it to my mother to use because she was aged. And I gave it out to some people free. I said, use this product. Let me see how it is. The first person that reported was my own mother, who called me after 1 month and said, that drug for eyes you gave me is finished. I said, drug for eyes? I didn't give you any drug for eyes. So what I gave you was longevity. She laughed. I said, I thought it's for my eyes. So ever since I started using that medicine, I've been reading my Bibles without glass. So it's helping my eyes very well. I said, sure. And I gave it another one. And ever since then, her eyesight improved very well. Then there was another lady who was in wheelchair, very weak and deteriorating by the day. I decided to give the lady a pack of 4 bottles. After 1 month, when I saw that lady, she was still on the wheelchair, but was looking very energetic and strong. I was like, what happened? You're looking stronger than before. She said, that's what everybody's saying. Thank for this product you gave me. I've been regaining my energy. My health is becoming better. I said, wow. All these things Dr. Austin said are not just make claim, they are really true. So these testimonies from people I gave it to actually motivated me. At least I could introduce it to people with boldness. Even people who came to the pharmacy, I could recommend it with boldness, believing that this would work, and none ever has failed. Relatives, we introduced them into the business, people, and they are doing well. Most of them use it from use. They became associates. So you have a product you can be very proud of, a product you can give to somebody without being afraid whether it will work for the person or not. Because I know that as many people I have introduced it to always come back asking for it. And some of them in the course became associates. So that is one thing about longevity, is a product we can be very proud of. Then secondly, as per the increment is long overdue. Ever since I joined Max, they've not increased their price, considering the rising in price and the exchange rate these days. Though they've been adjusting their commissions, which I believe they were using to balance the increment, but I think is overdue. There are so many companies that have increased more than 5 times in the last 2 years, even 3 years, but Max has not done. And when you look at the increment even, it's a very small percentage, from 39,000 to 44,000. When you calculate it, I don't think it's more than 10% if it is even up to 10%. So it's not a huge, it can easily be absorbed. So, but where I'm actually looking at is this. I observed that their premium pack now has a wider gap than in price than the authorship pack. You know, initially the prices are close. When you look at this authorship pack now, which is 44,000 by 6, it will be coming down to around 7,003. But when you look at the premium professional pack of about 150,000 by 22, is around 6,008 something. The gap is much compared to what it used to be, you know, but I still believe they have their reasons for that. So I want to encourage everybody in the house to cooperate, just as our big sister Justina said. Go out there, talk to people, even when it seems they are not responding, sow that seed. There are people whom you will talk to today. They will be the ones that will call you tomorrow, just like the experience Austin have. And when they've had that to their conviction, the result will be remarkable. Always speak wherever you are, talk to people, even in the airport, inside the plane, talk to people, inside the camp, a prayer camp. I have once attended a prayer camp, and during the break, the people around me, I began to preach about Max. And eventually some responded. You know, you never in the village, when travel for Christmas, I still talked about Max there. You know, so sometimes you don't say this person will not respond, this person will not agree. Even in the bank, you may want to do something, your account officer, you talk to them about Max. Before you know it, one or two things, some of them may even be looking for a good business to resign with. All of a sudden, they will come and ask you, how is that business you are telling me about? I know some bank, some pharmacy company managers I have spoken to about Max, and a few of them responded. So what I'm actually saying in essence is that we have a large market. You know, don't think that there are so many networking companies. Yes, there are, but Max has something unique which they don't have. They may claim a lot of things, but as many who have used Max, just believe in what you have. And I think we have a lot to benefit and achieve in this business. Thank you, everybody.
Wow. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. That's nice.
Mr. Agu Tochukwu, you're a real diamond. I'm sure they'll be bringing offer for chief to you very soon. I'm sure you'll be reclining so many offers before now. You don't want to be seen as a chief because you're a very strong and powerful man of God. I know you would have had a thought of having your own church at some point, but you know, maybe your faith doesn't, it's not, you are still that business, you know, guru. But you can be successful in anything you decide to do. That's one thing I know about you. So I'm really quite excited by your presentation tonight. And this is one thing I think we have really been missing from you. Because as a diamond, you have all the features, you have all the capacity, you have all the qualities. And what we expect people of your own stature to do is to be inspirational to those that are coming up. Because I believe that if you have been at meetings, you know, with us, with a lot of upcoming people, and they hear some of your stories, that might be the reason why they think they can look at this opportunity. So thank you so much. And I clearly got your message, your concerns. But there is an area where I think you probably were missing something out because you were making reference to the Premier Park as per professional park. I think Premier Park is 44 bottles at 200 at 300,000 naira, while a professional park is 22 bottles at 150,000 naira. So practically there's no difference per bottle. If you look at that, each bottle comes at 6,818 naira. 6,818 naira per bottle, both for professional pack and for premier pack. So if you divide the number of bottles of premier pack, you get the number of bottles for professional pack. The same thing with the cost. If you divide 300,000 naira by 2, you get 150. So I don't think there's any distinction.
No, premium pack and professional pack are the same.
They are the
But
same.
the authorship, they are the same price.
Okay.
But the authorship of 44, when you
Okay.
divide it by 6, you'll be
Okay.
getting around 7,330 something.
Okay.
You know, there is a wide gap between the authorship pack of 44,000
Okay.
by 6
Okay.
bottles
Okay.
to the premium, professional and premium pack, which is 150 and 300. Those ones are like 6,000, 8,600 plus. But this one is around 7,300 and something, over 500 naira difference.
So what do you think?
Unlike,
What do you think it is portending? Is it because I know in the past there was a time per bottle for premier pack was 5,000,
500.
500, of course.
While the
While
other one was 6,005.
yes, it was even more than 6,005 because it was at 42,000 then. It was even
Yes.
7,000.
Yes,
So
it
that
was
gap was
7,000.
even wider.
The gap was wider, but they felt that underselling was coming from the
Yes,
5,005.
yes.
That was why they brought it closer.
Okay.
You know, so but this time around, that gap is now created.
It's
You know,
widening.
those people who now buy only 44,000 will not benefit that price. The people who buy premium pack benefit. You know, so the gap in price is there.
So
Okay.
invariably, what is advising now, sorry, is that either one bottle should be dropped from premium pack and professional pack, such that it will narrow the per bottle price and bring it down to maybe 7,000. If it's just 300 different, it's still fair, so that people won't be rushing going to professional and premium pack. That we
No,
encourage.
instead of dropping the bottle, they can bring down the price of the authorship pack, maybe from 44 to like 43 or 42,
Okay.
so that it will be relatively close to the
Okay.
professional and premium pack, so
Okay.
that people will not be rushing the
Okay.
premium and
Awesome.
professional pack. You
Okay.
know, so let it
Awesome.
come a
Awesome.
little close.
Okay, thank you
Okay.
very much. I think somebody also made that consideration, that comment in that line, that if they can bring it to 42,000 naira, it would be most welcome. But I think Anne Turnbull drew attention to the fact that the points on the part of the points that you get for that 44,000 naira is 100, when it should actually have been less than that. But we'll look at it and see if it's a thing to go by, because a lot of people are having the same feelings you have. So thank you so very much for that. So I want to proceed, because we must give everybody opportunity to talk on this meeting. So we are not even that too many. So let me go straight to, let me see if there's any other thing I should comment on. No, not really. So let me go straight to Mr. Taye. Let me get his opinion. He's somebody that I initially was underestimating, because he's my younger brother. I didn't knew he was having a bigger brain than myself. He single-handedly developed his team without my consciousness. And one day I just woke up to realize that he's a diamond. And I was even making mistake. I was mistaking the course he studied in the university. And recently was telling me that wasn't the course. That the course he studied actually helped him to understand what maths is all about. And that was where he started his conviction from. And he will break down the chemical basis of all this glutathione we are talking about into pieces. And he's a consultant in the making. He's studying his master's at the moment. And he will be coming up with a great company in the chemical area. So he studied biochemistry in the University of Ilorin. I never knew that until recently when he came for this trip. So I'll give him a chance to make his comment on this platform. Thank you very much. Mr. Tai, over to
Thank you very much, Dr. Thank you very much, Dr. Austin. You just have a way of flattering me. But your leadership qualities and your how you take the business has really motivated a lot of us. That if you can do it, and you also believe that every other person can also do it. So going by that, I will definitely always try my best to make sure that I put in my best into the Max business and every other thing that I'm into. So for the price increase, everybody has been saying yes, it is a welcome development. It's long overdue, which is very, very true and very, very okay. But my concern now is that it's also coming at a time where there is a lot of competition, Max, in the market. And more like you are investing more, you are spending more, buying products, and you're getting lesser than what it used to be, which was one of the advantages Max was having over some other companies, because there are people out there who don't mind whether the product works or not. They're all about the money. When we sell it, does it give us a lot of gain and all of that? So I don't know how Max will still fare, considering that it's more or less a reduction in the commissions that will be coming in. Then also before the prices were increased, like from the moment people were having rumors that there would be increase in price from like 2 months ago, people had been stocking products, and especially people from other teams. I know a few people who really stocked so much this past months. And how I'm just trying to look at how the few months. I know, like in the next 3-4 months, things will come back to normal, and people will be familiar with pricing, bidding pricing. So in the next 2-3 months, how is it going to be for people who were not able to stock products? Will those who stocked products not have advantage of probably poaching and getting some of the team members of those who could not stock products, because they will still continue to sell at the old price, thereby enticing the new associates or customers. So I don't know what we can do that. Then I think we should also work on stressing continually, devising strategies and means of getting better in the business. Because I think this is one thing that some other teams have been doing. They keep working on newer methods. That, okay, can we do it this way? Does it work this way? It's like, okay, this way is getting old, it's not working anymore. Can we step it up? Can we make it advanced and all of that? So I think that's just my view. I'm more articulate about the next few months, 2-3 months, where some people who had stockpiled would still be selling at the old price, and those who could not stockpile will be selling at the new price. How do they keep their customers? Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Tai. You have registered your concerns, and I really appreciate the fact that you were not dissuaded by the comments of others going in one direction, because what makes a great man is the fact that he can track his own path. He can create his own path independent of other people. You have a great concern, and it is very, very important. The questions you have asked is quite pertinent and needs to be addressed, because it's good to be the voice of the voiceless. You're a leader, and you cannot find a way of being the voice of the voiceless, then you have problem with your leadership, okay? Because you must always have your people at heart. So you have stated clearly that you understand the reason why the products, the pricing has been reviewed, yes, and it's in the correct sense of it. It's a welcome thing, but quite unfortunately, we have challenges with stocking of products. Excuse me. Sorry, we have challenges with stocking of products. Somebody is trying to get my attention. Just a moment, I have to go offline for them. So, sorry for the interruption, okay? Now, there are challenges definitely that will come up, okay? One of them that you have raised is the fact that a few people who have the capacity have tried to stock up product. But one beautiful thing about nature, do you want to know that? You want to know one beautiful thing about nature? Nature has no problem. Nature is what can absorb anything that comes its way. And whatever challenges you have, nature has a way of handling it. And the way I can foresee nature handle this situation is, to start with, those who stock up products probably are looking at maximizing profits, selling at new prices and making more money. That's the simple idea, the common sense idea that I think may come up, because what I've observed happen in business settings is, when you notice there's going to be price increase, what do those who sell fuel do? They hold their products so that with the new price, they sell at new price and they make more money. Some people have made huge fortune, okay? So we have right to look at it whichever angle we wish to look at it. But I want you to see it in this angle, that these people may stock the products for the benefit of selling alongside with the current rate, so that they make more money to their advantage. They may not really be looking at, yes, the advantage they have over others is the mentality of investment, and which is to take opportunity during hard times. You roll out whatever you have to buy products so that when you sell them, you make more money. I don't know if you get that. Okay, but then we also know that in the field of challenges, and where some people want to be, they want to be some kind, they want to be, how do I put it? I'm lacking the appropriate word to use. They want to take undue advantage of others to hurt other people rather than benefiting themselves. They are doing it to hurt other people. That is where what you have said may come up. Well, I do not strongly think that might happen, but we cannot just discard it. It's a possibility. So what I will advise at this instance is to have our ears down, because you may be aware that I've been in the forefront trying to fight this underselling stuff that has been plaguing the company, and it's been a tough time with the company, with me. At the time they want to kick me out, there's been some kind of conspiracy, but I've been able to stand my ground and make them realize that no, because they've been trying to make scapegoat out of my team members. And I told them nothing can happen to my team members. They want the underselling to go on. There are people who undersell should continue doing it. Why they get people to sanction those they think they don't have godfathers. They don't have people, strong men behind them. They could just snap at them and sanction them. This one happened with Mr. Tochukwu some time ago, when somebody undersold, and they just happened to sell even at a more expensive price, and they still had the guts to say they wanted to take him up. I had to stand my ground. I fought the cause, and that experience is even giving them an idea about the kind of person I am. And it's making them mind the way they deal with our team members. Otherwise, I know a lot of people in our team would have been sanctioned. But I don't think till now anybody has been sanctioned in our team. Recently, they came up with some names from my team members that products were bought. I made orders for them and all that. And those people were going to be sanctioned. I said, let them, whatever they want to do to them, let them do it to me. But I have questions to ask them. And they got stuck. You understand? So that is the challenge we have with Max International. A lot of people are underselling in other teams, and they don't want our team members to do anything near underselling, so that it will be free for them all. So what I want you to do is to have your eyes, ears down, eyes wide open, get information, and communicate with me wherever you find underselling taking place. Because the position I am now, I have proven to them that I am a force to contend with. I've been the only one that has stood my ground. No other person has been able to stand against this underselling. You understand? The way I have stood my ground. And they have tried to kick me out. You understand? But then it's not going to work, because they have questions to answer. They have been compromised in so many ways. So we can help to manage this issue of underselling if we work together. And if you suspect any foul play anywhere, please do not hesitate to communicate me. Okay? Do not hesitate to communicate me. If any of your associates is pushed on, or somebody is taking undue advantage of them, you just do your research, get all the evidences, even snapshots, addresses, phone numbers, whatever, phone calls that could indict them, just get them handy, okay? So feel protected, feel strong, feel firm, feel undeterred, okay? And feel unintimidated. Do you understand? Carry out your business the way you want to. So I think I've been able to address that. Then you talked about devising strategies, and it's one area I really want us to explore very well, because strategies aimed at developing ourselves is one thing we are lacking. And who can guess what is the topmost strategy that works? The number one strategy that works in anything you want to do. The first strategy, when you have a team and you want to succeed, you have a goal. I want you to type in the comment section what you think is the number one strategy. Yes, it's like test for everyone. What you think is the number one strategy, not the most important, but it can compete for the most important, but the number one strategy that you are thinking. Whatever you think. I want to see you type in the comment section. I'm not seeing you. I believe you are still thinking. You can take your time to think, but this is quite important. Very, very important. Okay, vision and goals. Mr. Ahmed says vision and goals. Okay. Vision and goals. Self-motivation and conviction from Mr. Taye. Okay. What else? Nobody has said what is on my mind yet. Because sometimes, you know, we all have eyes, right? We all have ears. We have everything, but we are not conscious of them. But what do you think will happen and you begin to take them very seriously? They say it's until a man loses his eyes before he begins to value his eyes. Okay? If you have something that's, okay, somebody is saying self-development, hunger, okay? That's Mr. Ahmed Ismail. Now, I think I can come up. Just two people are making comments. Others are not communicating. Please let me take this time to welcome Comrade Temitope Abibat. She's a silver associate about to be gold. You're welcome on the call. And I also want to welcome Matron Jumi. I can see Sweet June. If you can see Sweet June, that is Matron Jumi. I could decode it. I don't need anybody to tell me that. So you're welcome on the call. I can see Dr. Chinwe also on the call. They joined us not too long ago. Welcome on board. So we've been discussing the recent development as has been on the platform, as you have seen, the compensation plan, the price changes, the virtual office that is new, and the new presentation. So thank you for joining. We'll soon be closing because our time is fast spent. So we'll be rounding up any moment from now. So one thing I want us to, okay, I've seen your comment, Comrade Temitope. So we'll get a chance to talk to us anyway. So now, one thing that I think is the biggest instrument when you have something you want to achieve success, one thing that is the biggest instrument is the ability to manage a team or to conduct a successful meeting where members will be together. I don't know if you're communicating with me. We have our opinions, yes. Some people have mentioned goals. Some people have mentioned various strategies. Let me look at them. Hunger, you know, and all the rest. But I see one thing as very, very important. Meeting. I can say number one is meeting, number two is meeting, number three is meeting. When people come together and they don't have anything to say before coming together will give birth to vision. Coming together will give birth to strategies. Coming together will give birth to hunger. Coming together will give birth to solution. Coming together will give birth to dreams. Coming together will do a lot, because I want to believe that what has made a lot of difference in today's meeting, or when we register today as a date, today is the 1st of May, 2021. What has made today a bit different is not our goals, is not our hunger for success, is not
Not
Just,
enough.
just meeting.
Please, I'm having meeting. I didn't know there would be meeting. Please help me just put
Mrs. Justina, you are communicating with us. Can you go on mute if you are not communicating to us?
hello.
If you are talking to somebody else, kindly mute your mic. Mrs. Justina.
I'm sorry, please. I didn't even know that.
Okay, I think I muted it for her.
Sorry, I beg.
Okay, she has unmuted. So, ladies and gentlemen, my dear associates, there's something I want you to know, that coming together, having regular meetings to discuss issue is very, very powerful. And that is one thing I want us to imbibe in this, our team. So can we have an agreement? Can we have this agreement, this understanding that we will be coming together to discuss issues on a regular basis? We discuss our challenges, discuss way forward. Can we have that concession? Can we have that consensus agreement? If you agree, can you say yes? If you think we should be holding this meeting on a regular basis, because I think if we can meet on a regular basis, we can move mountains. Yes, because any recent development, any problem someone is facing in their team, where there is underselling that has taken place, and then someone poach on your members, or you've had a difficult time with a prospect, you're prospecting someone and all that, the fact that you have a meeting to attend and you could relay your problem, your concern, your challenges can be a serious, tool, a serious tool for solving that problem. So I want us to imbibe this culture. We'll be having a regular meeting, and I want to suggest either every Saturday night like this or every Sunday. And I want to promise you that attending this meeting will not be without its reward. Will not be without its reward. So having said that, I want to go on to provide some solutions to some of our challenges. Now, one major challenge that I know we have, please, if you are not hearing me, please let me know. Just say you can't hear me, okay? But if you can hear me, type H for here. Just type H, you can hear me, type H. Because what I'm about to mention is very, very important. You see, one simple thing that kills this business, if you want to write it down, write it down. One simple thing that kills this business is authorship, the way we handle it. Authorship, the way we handle it. You may be wondering why, because authorship is the soul of this business. Without authorship, there is no way this business can thrive. Anytime you buy your product, you just did authorship, okay? But the way we handle it, especially with new members or junior associates that don't have capacity enough to earn as much as possible, the way we handle it. A lot of you can bear me witness. There's never been a time I called somebody requesting for the person to do their authorship. Because it's a good tool, but yet it can be used in a very wrong way. So I want to clarify some issues that make authorship run your business down. And if you are not taking anything out of this meeting tonight, just take this. I don't expect you to understand it fully, but I'll make effort to make you understand this situation properly, so that you don't have to ask questions later. But if there are questions you want to ask later, please, you are free to contact me and ask. how is Autoship running my business down? Now, number one, you have an associate you prospected. You have told the associate, sorry, is a prospect, sorry, has not registered. Now you've told the person all the good things about the company and you've told them about the compensation plan, but this person is not an aggressive recruiter. And this person is new in the business, is still trying to grapple with the basics, does not understand how things run. And one funny thing about people is, if you like, explain the compensation plan 100 times to them. By the time they do their Autoship the first time, the second time, the third time, the fourth time, they will ask you, I have done Autoship 3-4 times now. What does the company have for me? Are you relating with what I'm telling you? They will ask you, what does the company have for me? I have been doing this and doing this. I have bought products the first time, second time, third time. Nothing to show for it. And I see people out there telling me I could buy it cheaper. So I think I'm just wasting my time with you guys here. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say. So if you get the message, I just want to be sure I'm communicating with you people. If you get what I'm trying to say, just type Y for yes. Because I want to bring a concrete solution to a strong problem that has been disturbing your business for a long time now. So this is the approach, because a lot of people see me successful, even though I'm not where I think I should be yet, okay? And of course, you know, in a team, in a network business, the success of other people is your own success. Somebody is saying, I still experienced that last week from one of my downlines. Yes, it is a business killer. After leaving meeting today, please don't go back and tell any of your associates to do their Autoship. Please write this down, because if that is what you consistently do, you're going to run your team down, and in no time, you will need new members to replace them, because they will go into extinction. And they won't stop using CellGVTO. They'll rather go to the pharmacy where they get it, you know, at a reasonable price, according to their judgment. So this is what you do. In fact, you should pay for this trick I'm going to teach you. You should pay for this trick if you want your business to be successful. This is what you do. I know some of you have been doing this before now, but you may not have taken it so seriously because you do it half-heartedly and you just do it because the situation warranted you to do. Now, when somebody wants to buy, this is what I do. If I have somebody I'm registering and they have their money to buy their products, okay, I collect it and keep it and give them the product. And I make them know that I have not bought your product. I've only borrowed you mine, because I don't want you to pay when you will not make money. I hope that is clear. Now, what do? Tell them that this is what you really need to do. Always nail it to their ears, because they will always forget. They will always forget. And I always want them to earn at prime one. Most of my new entrants, new associates, as they come in as prime one. In other words, as they are registering 5 other people and they are getting their whole chunk of money. Tell me who can entice them with underselling elsewhere. It's difficult, because they have seen the reward, and by the time they subtract the commission they've made from the money they paid at the products, they are getting it cheaper than any offer they are getting elsewhere. So this is the strategy I use in my team. You want to register, I get your product, I get your money, give you product, and tell you that I will not register you until you have 5 people to register. In other words, you have 5 people that are going to buy. Sometimes they come for the second one. I tell them, okay, you have 2 with me now. So remaining 4 to go. 1 is for you and 5 for your downlines because we are going for prime 1. A lot of times they buy up to 4 times and I find a way of helping them with the other 2. Okay? So that way, when they made their orders, they purchase, and the next month, the company pays them, they say, wow, this company is amazing. You understand? And they'll be attracted to it. But the mistake a lot of us do, we pick our phones on the 29th or 30th when we think that, oh, we have not made our prime 1. We've not made our prime 2. You're now placing call to them. Hello, you've not done your auto ship this month. Please try and do auto ship. Don't let your points get wasted. If you don't do your auto ship, your points will clear. For goodness sake, what is the meaning of that? I know a lot of people who have been doing auto ships and they've been having points, because they keep telling them to retain your points. And they are not getting a dime until they change their minds. So I only drop this. There are many other strategies, but for the sake of your time and or whatnot, I won't tell you everything today. So each meeting that will come, I will tell you one strategy, how to win how to build your team and make your team strong. Okay? One strategy that I've just told you is be careful how you tell them about auto ship. Yes, when they give you money for auto ship, you can use that money to complete a prime 1 for somewhere and all that, but know that they borrowed you that money. I hope that is clear. Know that they borrowed you that money because you're going to pay back. Okay? And of course, it's a way of getting some money to run your own business, but you are borrowing that money while giving them your product. When you buy their product for them back, then you replace your product back and they get the commission. If that point is very clear to you, please type yes. If you need clarification, raise your hand. Somebody is raising her hand. That's Sweet Jumi. Please let me give you opportunity to talk. Unmute your mic and let's hear from you. Mrs. Jumi. Okay, you are clapping for my leader. Thank you very much. I thought you wanted to give a comment. So please, this is a very, very powerful idea. If Mr. A is doing this work that I'm telling you, and one Mr. B is doing the other way around, by the time Mr. A has collected, money for like 3 or 4 auto ships, without buying, either saving the money or using the money to fill up some spaces elsewhere. Maybe one person is here it needs one more to go for prime 1. You can use the money to fill it up. While the other person keeps telling them auto ship, and the money goes in, you get your product, no money. You have wasted several auto ships, and by the time they want to do the business proper now, they now have to do their auto ship and get 5 people. How do you think you want to build your team? That's a very difficult mountain to climb. Okay? So if you need support to get this done properly and grow your team, do not hesitate to reach me. Okay? There are many strategies to go about it. So the first strategy that I've told you is meeting. Do not look down on meeting. When we have opportunity to meet, the more we can meet in our numbers, the better we can grow. Then some other times when we meet, I will tell you how to tackle some difficult situations with some associates and how to 100% convince an associate. When I say convince an associate 100%, it doesn't mean after you've done the 100%, the associate will be convinced. It only means you have explored all the means within human capabilities to convince that associate. And if that associate is not convinced, then it's now left to nature and time to do the finishing work, just as it has always been doing. So at this point, I want to say we should be thinking of rounding up. So if anybody has something very important to communicate across, or you want to react to what I've just said, please let me indicate so that I give you opportunity to say one or two things to us. But having said that, before we leave, I want Comrade Temitope and then Sister Jumi to talk to us. We want to hear their voice here. Thank you very much. Over to you, Comrade.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, ma.
Yes, sir. Well done, sir.
Thank you very much.
Actually, this is very good opportunity for all of us to see mass business in a new dimension, especially at this moment when many people are thinking the business is going to crumble because of the hike, the price increase. Don't permit me not to use the word hike. A lot of my downlines have been calling business to continue. Will they be able to this come and let's see how it will be like. To the glory of God, it is still within minima. I give that to Mass International. They have called me to tell me the business continues. I'm one of those people you talk about this evening. In one of the points, are you with me, sir?
Very well, very well. Continue.
In one of the points you make this night, when somebody raised the issue of people stocking, and you made a narration using fuel increase, that a lot of people will stock up so that by the time the increase actually starts, they will make more money. I think I'm in that group, sir. I actually stocked up 2 months ago, thinking the new price will start in April. And I was disappointed a little because I really did stock up. And last month, I also tried to, because many people, because I put it on my personal page, that price every other day like that, I put the information there and they always turn up. To the glory of God, the product with me, both Max 357 that I even thought it would be difficult for me to introduce to my associate, they buy and they appreciate it. Yes, and the Max ATP Enfuse, I stocked up. What I have left now is not even up to what can do for 1 week. They come around to do their ownership naturally because of the way I make it easy for them. Like you said earlier, when they have as low as 15,000, I will collect from my downlines. I will encourage them. I can give it to you. Make sure within a week too. I have borrowed you my product. Make sure you pay up so that I can. And I taught them how to check from their back office if actually I have purchased using their mass ID. And they trust me because over time, whenever I tell them I'm going to Kenya to purchase, they will just check from wherever you are. Just check your back office. You will see the changes there, whether it has actually been bought or not. And this has been helping my business a lot. This meeting, I want to encourage that to motivate us so that a lot of us will not be downcast. I suggest, and I go with others that says this meeting should be a continuous thing. if it, for convenience sake, if it is, it will do for 2 weeks interval or every Saturdays like that, it will be well appreciated. You encourage me a lot. Like I said, you are my pastor. Thank you very much, Dr. Austin. Our own, what title do I give you this evening? Thank you very
Our
much.
own
No,
Crown
no,
Diamond.
no title for this evening. Let this evening go.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very, very much. You are a very, very exciting personality. You do
Yes,
not
sir.
know how much you inspire me. I know at some
Wow.
point, some elements, some things will happen to cause some discouragements, but it's because we do
Exactly.
not understand the way things run. And as they
Mm,
say, knowledge is key and power. When
mhm,
we get to understand things better, we understand how things work, and we
mm.
worry less,
Yeah.
and are able to key in to whatever we're doing. Now, I want to
Mm,
thank you very much for mentioning that aspect of trust, the way you manage your trust with
yeah.
your downlines. You have
Mm,
not done anything undercover. You
wow.
introduce them to the back office and let them see how your activities are going. I have an
Wow.
associate who by now will probably have been edging close to diamond, but was
Wow.
able to struggle to become bronze and eventually fizzled out. Why?
Wow.
Because she wasn't able to manage trust. She
Mm,
uses the money of her prospects the way they don't expect. And even when she wasn't enlightening them on how to check their back office, a few of them were able to eventually check, and they see the purchases that she claims she has made were not made. You
mm.
understand? And she
Yes.
destroyed her team. Okay? So the way you
Yeah.
have gone with your own is really, really credible. And there is nobody that will work with you that would not trust you and want to continue with you, because
That
you
is it.
keep them informed how their monies are going. And if there's any
Yeah.
other person who is here not doing it this same way, I think we should learn from this. Let us make our associates independent. Let them be
Yes.
able to study things themselves, check things for themselves. And
Yes.
importantly, let them know the money-making activities. What does it
Yes.
entail to
I'm making more
become,
money this month
okay? That's cool.
because
That's
I talk
cool.
well.
Yeah,
Because I'm not going to understand. I will sell them at the new price.
beautiful. Congratulations. So thank you very much
Thank you,
for
sir.
that. Of every entrepreneur has this kind of mindset. You want to make more money and you
Yes.
want to take advantage of changes in prices to maximize your
Mm,
gains and not to
yes.
shortchange other people. Okay?
No, no.
Thank you for your fairness.
Thank
Mrs. Jumi, the great matron, the exciting person. She's warming up to get on stage. Let me tell you that Mrs. Jimmy is the one that brought Comrade Abiba that just spoke now into this business. So this is her upline. She's going to be talking
yes,
to us. She was brought in
yes, sir.
by Dr. Alex.
Okay.
Okay, so it's their upline, and I don't know what people will do to bring Dr. Alex to this platform. He's not usually, having time for stuff like this. You have to appeal to him, let him, because his influence, if he grows in this direction, it will have positive impact on your team generally. So, Mrs.
Yes, sir.
Jimmy, you are welcome on board. Over to you.
Max Money.
Max Morning, sweet
Max
Jimmy.
money, boss. Sweet
Good evening, all. That's me. Good evening, all.
Good evening.
I have to
evening.
start by appreciating our great leader, Dr. Austin. I remember the day I joined, I went to the office with you. Can you remember Dr.
Very
Austin?
well. The memory just flashed back now, and I'm watching it like
You know,
film.
I made a confession at Dr. Alex's naming.
Yes.
The perception I had of Max business that day. You know, where we were going,
Yes.
You told me about the amount you made monthly. And I was
Yes.
saying inside, what does he think I am? Does it take me for a fool? How could one make such a huge amount of money in Nigeria? I said, okay, be whining me. Maybe we are going together. Be whining me.
I remember very well.
So when we got there, I had people talked, I got stopped. There and then, I got registered. I remember the first day I made the Prime 2, you motivated me, you supported me. I never even knew I could make that much. It was after that one, I called you after that day. Doctor, is that money for only me? You said I just started. Your your leadership style is unique. I'm not flattering you. Your leadership style is superb. There are some things I cannot say here. You understand better. I pray
Yes.
God will keep picking you up. Yeah.
Amen.
And about the authorship stuff you talked tonight, I was just laughing when you were talking about authorship, because I had an associate. He's a doctor. You know him. Few days to the end of the month, I will call. Immediately I call, he will say, Metron, authorship, it got that bad. I lost him as a result of that. I think at the time he got fed up. This wala is too much. So I'm taking that one very, very seriously now. I will allow my downlines to flow naturally. From your explanation this night, I have seen that allow things flow naturally will be better than forcing it on your hello.
Downline.
Very well. Very
Yes,
well.
thank you. Than forcing it on your downlines. We have not gotten there, but we are not where we used to be. God will continue helping us. Thank you.
Amen.
Thank you.
Amen. Yeah.
Thank you. My upline.
Thank you, my downline. Thank you.
That's a very
Keep
good one.
flying. Keep
Love you.
soaring. Love you
So,
too.
so thank you very much.
And about Dr. Alex's absence this evening, I told him he's not around. He said he's going somewhere.
Okay.
I work on him, Sha.
Okay.
I work on it. So bring
Okay.
him to subsequent meetings. Yes, I work
Okay.
on him.
Okay. Thank you very much. You're making me
Welcome,
feeling
my leader.
fulfilled.
No, that's just the truth.
Your
I don't
explanation.
flatter.
Thank you so much. God bless you.
Amen.
Just to make it very clear, it's a win-win situation. There is this book about the seven something of highly effective people. If you read that book, yes, you will understand. Maybe I will communicate that later. You see, anything you are doing, if you do not find a way of the other party winning, it's going to be a big issue. Like I said, many of my associates, as they are making payment, the target is clear to them. We are going to 6 before you make your money. You understand? So issues of, oh, I paid this one, I paid that one. You keep telling me auto ship. Once I paid auto ship, you go and sleep. Next month, you come again, auto ship. Once I pay and get my, you go and sleep. So when am I going to make money? That is not going to happen. So as you allow them to flow naturally, give them targets, give them information. Let them know that you are their banker, keeping their money, borrowing them products, even though you use their money to help some other, you can even use their money to help some other associates to fill up while you have a way of retrieving it back. I don't know if you got what I'm trying to say. By the time they are ready, they are doing their fourth act. I know people who have done about 5 auto ship or 6 auto ship. The moment they've done that, I say, okay, now give me 5 names of 5 people you are paying nothing this time around. And they say, I don't know any 5 people to give me. I say, okay, you have a partner. Is it your wife or your husband? Your children, how old is the oldest? Your friend. They bring out names, and after doing the registration, boom, the next month, they go, doctor, they paid me money. I say, yes, that's how it is. You see, once that happens, you can never lose them. You can never lose them. Worst come to worst, they will know that there is a process. You have to make up to 5. So if they are not making money, it's their own fault. So at this point, I think the strategy I used in hooking this meeting did not allow them to stop us after 40 minutes. We have really gone past, let me say 2 hours. This is 2 hours, 20 minutes precisely that we started. We've tried. I don't want to encourage spending time too much, even though it is night and we think we are going nowhere. We still have to rest. We have other things to do. So I want to thank you, every one of you that has made his appearance here on this meeting, and encourage you that we are just starting. This thing that we have started, you'll be surprised where it is leading us. This has been my dream for a very long time. I wish some people hold this kind of meetings, and the attendance is 500, 600, 1,000. Do you think we can achieve that here? Just imagine what we have communicated here is among a whole number of people who are going to use that information to build their team. You understand? And greater things are coming up. We have great people like Mr. Ahmed here, who will have opportunity at some of our meetings to give us some powerful, inspirational, motivational speeches that will take you to the next level. So this is a route that is developing and is going to grow into a very huge tree. So as we round off and close this meeting, if there's anything very important somebody wants to drop before we close this meeting, can I quickly get that? And in the absence of that, I want to close this meeting, adjourn it to next Saturday, same time. If we are in agreement, can I get a comment? If we can reconvene next Saturday.
Hello,
is that fine?
hello, sir.
Hello. Yeah, Mr. Mayor.
Yeah, thank you so much. I just want to appreciate this forum and this meeting today and the coordination and everything. And I want to say congratulations to every one of us. Comrade Tomitope, I think I had an encounter with you once when we were coming back from Mark's office. You're an awesome person, and I'm actually looking forward to you there as a Crown Diamond one day. Yeah. So to your upline too, Madam Jumi, I don't know, maybe I've met you, but awesome. I love your energy. To Madam Justina, awesome there, a very good leader. To our newest Diamond, thank you so much for sharing such an amazing experience. I love that. To Mr. Taye, my boss, awesome there. Thank you so much. And let me see, every other person, Mr. Tosin, Dr. Adebayo, as always. Every one of us, I really appreciate our discipline by staying behind. What we've just done this evening is a great thing. It has been registered in the universe. Let's keep on, and the next Saturday that we'll be meeting, let it be weekly actually. So let's invite our team members, as many as possible. Let them attend. Let's pass it. I think it's awesome. We've started. As we go ahead, the most important thing in achieving anything in life is the first step. And when you take the first step, you start building, you start learning. But if you don't start at all, you don't learn. You don't know what you are good at, what you are not good at. Because when you are not good at something, it's just telling you you need more knowledge, you look for it. So awesome thing. Thank you so much as a leader, Dr. Austin, and I appreciate everyone.
So thank you so much. And that is the vote of thanks that has come naturally from the, able person that could do that. Thank you, Mr. Ahmed. I want to take that as a signal to end this meeting. So in the absence of any other thing to be discussed, adjourn this meeting to the next Saturday. And I promise you what you're going to be hearing is going to be quite exciting. And we're going to reveal another nugget of secret for success in your maths business. And before then, I want testimonies on the application of what we have discussed today, the impact it has had, even though that is a very short time to make that assessment. You might need a whole month to do that assessment. Some people can still get results within the shortest period of time. So thank you so much for being such wonderful group of people. So I want you to promise me that by our next meeting, you're going to appeal to as many people as possible in your team that you want success for to be part of this, and other people that you know. Thank you once again. So bye-bye for now. You can unmute your mic, and if you want to.
Good night, everyone. Have a
Your
pleasant
pictures,
night.
those of you hiding your beautiful faces. Now, well done. Oh.
Thank you very much, Dr. Augustine.
It's okay.
We're hiding our
Father,
face
to release
because our
the
guys are there. That's why we're hiding our face. Our guys are there.
Yeah.
to release the time on
Thank you, man.
It's
Good
okay.
evening.
8 o'clock next Saturday. I'll make effort.
Mr.
Wow. Dr. Adeba is looking wonderful, and it's like just
Dr.
coming from
Augustine,
Port
what
Harcourt.
time next week?
8 o'clock, 8 o'clock prompt.
Yes, all right.
8
By God's
p.m.
grace.
Yeah. So the meeting is ending now. Thank you
What time
for
next
your
week, Saturday?
8 p.m. 8 p.m.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye-bye, everybody. Yeah.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good night.
That's
Yeah.